Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Bourbon Trail Podcast.
I'm Justin.
And I'm Josh. On this episode, we're going to be talking about 5 bourbons that are possibly better than Blanton's.
And easier to find.
And definitely a lot easier to find. And before we kick it off, Justin, if you want to read our daily
Bible verse from the kids at our church. Let's see, I'm just going to try to grab a random one here without looking, obviously. All right, I got one. Set that down. Psalms 37:5 says, "Commit everything you do to the Lord. Trust Him, and He will help you."
Amen to that.
Amen to that. All right. You go ahead and crack that?
Yep, let's crack her open.
Oh, well.
No pop on that one.
No pop?
No pop.
I don't know if they pop or not. That's weird. Anyway. If you guys are just now finding the channel or just tuning in the comments or the description or the comments, whichever one I decided to put it in, there's a link to our Facebook group that goes alongside the channel, and also a link to the Instagram page as well.
Yes. So before we start talking about the 5 bourbons that are better than, or possibly better than Blanton's, for those that don't know, Blanton's is a 93 proof. This particular bottle was done on March 7th of 22 of last year, and it was barrel number 343 out of Rick House, or Rick number 77.
All right. Well,
actually haven't had this in a while.
Yeah, same.
Smells really good, don't it? I forgot how good it actually smells.
Oh, and also in lieu of Glencairns today, we've got the Buffalo Trace tasting glasses to fit with the Blanton's theme.
I love these little glasses.
Yeah, I like the indention in the bottom. You can rest your finger in there.
Instead of your regular Glencairns. These are called a Kinsey glass. Kind of hard to find, but they are super neat.
Amazing. I like them. All right.
So we're gonna start off kind of at the lower price budget, and then we'll kind of go up from there. Several of them are kind of around the same price range.
That's good stuff.
Yep. Grab that grab that one of yours.
We have Heaven Hill. Now, back in the if you go back to previous episodes, we actually did a solo review on Heaven Hill. It's probably, I said it was in my top 3, if not one of my favorite bourbons that I've had so far.
Yeah, we actually recently did a solo review on that one. If you guys want to check that out, that's definitely my top 3 bourbons to drink. And my personal opinion is better than Blanton's, and obviously a lot easier to find.
Yeah, I agree myself.
The MSRP on that is around the $60 range, and kind of started off that backwards, so I was going to kind of go from the bottom price range and go up, but we'll do that one on the next bottle. But so if you see this bottle anywhere, definitely grab it. And
definitely
stuff that's allocated bourbon and hard to find stuff isn't always better bourbon. You don't have to spend a fortune on bourbon to get something really good. So
you want to make sure that you're buying stuff that you actually like, not just because somebody says it's better, or if it's cost more, or if it's hard to get allocated.
Exactly. I mean,
and in a past episode, I'll just say what it is. In a past episode, we reviewed one of the Bardstown special finishes, and it's I wouldn't give you $40 for it.
The West Virginia
Great Barrel Company.
Yeah, it's a blend of Canadian whiskey with a rye.
Yeah.
And I mean, some people may love it, but it's not our cup of tea.
Yeah.
I personally wouldn't give the MSRP on it, but on to the next one. Grab that one right there.
Next we have.
This is the cheapest in the lineup that we're gonna show you guys tonight. The Old Grandad
Bottled and Bond.
I think the MSRP on it's
24, 23, 24
$25.
So if you're just starting off and you want something that's good to get into, or put on your shelf first.
If you want something cheap, easy, very easy to find, it's always on the shelf. Definitely pick up that Old Grandad. I mean, it's just a good daily sipper to go to.
Yeah. And it's been open because we tried it just to see how how it would be, and it's really good.
It is, yeah.
I really enjoy it. I'm gonna grab another sip of this Blanton's.
I was impressed with it for the price. I mean,
all right. On to the next.
On the next one,
what we got here? Knob Creek 12.
Knob Creek 12 year. Of course, Knob Creek 12 year. It's 100 proof. It's not as easy to find as Old Grandad, but for the most part, it's usually on the shelf.
Yeah, I've seen it quite a few times myself. Do you know what the MSRP is?
It's what I was just trying to think of. It's been a while since I've bought it, but I'm thinking it's around the same as the Heaven Hill.
Around 60-ish.
I'm thinking.
I will put all the in the description. I'll put all the MSRPs that I can find. That's like dead spot on MSRPs.
I'm pretty sure it's around the $60 range. It might be a little more, so don't quote me on that. But yeah, the prices will be in the description below if you want to check those out.
Yeah, let me scoot these over just a bit because we're gonna have
a couple more for you guys.
All
and that is 100 proof as well.
Yes.
Next.
Well, all of those are 100 proofs because these two are bonded. So
so far we all got 100 proofs. We was trying to find something that was at least somewhat close to the same proofs as Blanton's. Blanton's a 93 proof. So I was trying to find something reasonably close. But next up, we've got Old Forester 1910. It is the exact same, or not the exact same proof. It's what did I say Blanton's was?
93.
Yeah, so it is the exact same proof. It's a 93 proof. The 1910 is it's on the shelf every time that I've went anywhere. Very easy to find. Personally, I really like 1910. It's probably not my favorite in Old Forester's lineup, but it is, for the money and
closest to the same proof as Blanton's.
Yeah, and obviously like we've said, a lot easier to find.
I like Old Forester. Their Statesman's really good. I've got a bottle of that on my shelf.
Yeah, Statesman's really good. I think my personal favorite is their 1920.
Yeah.
We started to put the 1920 in the lineup, but it was a lot higher in proof, so didn't want to
try to
compare that to
And last we've got. You want to hand it to me?
Yeah. I'll let you talk about that one.
We have Woodford Reserve Double Oak. Great to put on your shelf when you first start your collection. If you're just getting into bourbon. Very good taste. And I've had a few double oaked from different companies, and I prefer Woodford over that. And a side note on this, in the future we're going to be making some Woodford Reserve Double Oaked chocolate chip cookies,
which are great.
They're great. My wife made me some for New Year's, and they were the bomb. But yeah, it comes in at a 90 proof, so it's low enough that you can just grab it on the daily to sip.
Yeah, that's actually one of my personal favorite daily pours. Yeah. I mean, I love Woodford Double Oaked. I mean, it's definitely my top 5.
Yeah.
Of everything.
Yeah.
Going back to this one real quick, the MSRP on the 1910 here is $55, And MSRP on the double oaked is, I believe, the same process.
Yeah.
It kind of ranges between 55 and 60. So like I said, there's several here that are kind of around the same price range, around between 50 and 60 bucks.
Yep. So I mean that's our take on the 5 bourbons that's better than or could be better than Blanton's.
Yeah, just as good as Blanton's and nowhere near as hard to get. It doesn't have that big hype of,
I don't know, it's still pretty good though.
But it is. Blanton's is really good though.
Is there any announcements we got for them?
No, just enjoying this.
Yeah, I think we'll close it out right here and finish this nice glass of Blanton's we have here. I guess that's all, guys. Be on the lookout for the woodworking collaboration with Jimmy Holte, the cigar ashtrays, and that's another thing. We're gonna do a cigar review sometime in the near future. Be on the lookout for that. I have a company from Instagram supposed to send us some of the whiskey smokers where you smoke your cocktails. I haven't actually got those in yet, but supposed to have those coming.
Yeah.
HFM Farms out of Florida is supposed to get together with us and make a Bourbon Troll podcast themed bourbon flavored beef jerky. So that hadn't even got started yet, but it'll be starting soon in the works. So
in the works, but it's going to be a while.
It's going to take time for most of that stuff. So, but I guess if you don't have anything else for them, that's about all I have for tonight.
That's pretty much wraps it up for the top or our top 5 bourbons that are just as good as Blanton's and are pretty much always on the shelf for you guys. If you see any of these on the shelf, we both highly recommend picking up either one of these for a daily pour. Yeah, personal favorite. And
that's the personal favorite in the lineup.
Is the Heaven Hill. It is phenomenal. You guys won't regret picking that up. And even for a really cheap one, if anybody's just getting into bourbon,
Old Grandad,
go for that Old Grandad.
It's very good.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we'll sign off here. Until next time, happy bourbon trolling.